I find it crazy how no matter how much you give people and how many chances you give folks, how easy you make it for people, they will always find a way to either skirt the system or be even lazier. I just find it just the irony is so crazy how you can make things so easy for people and they still find ways to screw it up. So the individual that you guys see on my screen is very similar to one of our featured stories recently about abandoning children. And there cannot be an excuse for this. It just needs to be punished. Flat out. So I'm going to talk about her. Before we get to the details, I'm going to keep this short. Here's a disclaimer. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And I'm getting this from lawandcrime.com, so thank you for the article. A 32-year-old person, this woman, 32-year-old mother in Ohio, again Ohio, will be placed on house arrest for leaving her 3 young children home alone for several days so she could travel to Florida. For what reason? I know some of y'all thought that she was chasing dick. Well, technically she is, by way of virtue of what she was trying to get done. And I know a lot of people out there believe, and they say things like black women have the best bodies. They're the most attractive physically. But you know what's funny? And shout out to Tommy, because I've seen Tommy do a number of stories about women who have died getting liposuction. Getting it done the cheap way, not the right way, and end up dying from it. I've heard of that more than any other race of people, of going the cheap route and dying of it, okay? Regardless of what other races do it, if it's so important, then why don't we do it the right way? Doing it the wrong way, your body suffer the consequences, your kids and family suffer the consequences. And then on top of that, you're abandoning your kids to get this done. And I'm going to tell y'all, here's the ironic part about this. So she left her kids at home alone for several days to travel to Florida to be with a friend who was having liposuction. Dominique Knowles is appeared in Rocky River Municipal Court on Wednesday, where a judge ordered her to serve 360 days of house arrest and 5 years of probation. A friend who was having liposuction, so maybe she wasn't, but still the concept is still the same thing. So here's the crazy part. Children, we know, is going to change your body. Everybody understands this. And in order to try to whip your body back into shape, it takes a hell of a lot of work. And even then, working really, really hard, it still might not bring your body into the shape and condition that it was prior to having kids. That is the sacrifice of having kids, which is why you generally want to only have kids with one person, so they understand it, they see it, they accept it, and they stay with you regardless of how stretched out and messed up your body looks. The only thing you can do is really just try to eat healthy, which a lot of us don't in our community, and go exercise, which a lot of our people in our community don't want to do consistently, but they want the results of looking like it, which I think is disgusting. And on top of that, even if she wasn't the one going to go get liposuction, I think that's even more disgusting that you abandoning your kids in order to go be with a friend. So you care more about your friend than your own kids. Anyway, the judge ordered her to serve 360 days of house arrest and 5 years of probation. Wednesday's sentencing hearing came after a bench trial in which the presiding judge found Knowles, and again, her full name is Dominique Knowles. So I don't know if she's just the stupid cousin of Beyonce Knowles and Tina Knowles. I don't know. But Knowles was found guilty of 2 counts of endangering children, both misdemeanors. She has been facing a maximum possible sentence of 6 months in jail and a fine of $1,000, which I think that that's what they should have gave her. Patricia. Police said Noel's children, a 10-year-old girl and a 7-year-old twin girls with special needs, were left alone inside a deplorable apartment for 3 days without a working phone. So this apartment was disgusting and filthy and probably smelled like buns and spoiled food and probably had bugs all over the damn place. And look at this hat on top of her head. Oh, she's just can't be seen without covering up her damn natural hair, y'all. She don't ever want you to see her in that state unless she got on some tacky yacky or something like that, right? The investigation into Knowles began when one of the younger children on February 22nd of 2024 told their teacher at Westlake City Schools that she and her siblings were home alone while their mother was out of state. Cleveland NBC affiliate WKYC reported. The 7-year-old reportedly told their teacher that the mother, Knowles, would check in with the kids sporadically using a laptop to video chat and was ordering them food delivery by way of like Uber Eats or some shit like that. The special education teacher then called 911 and requested a welfare check on the children, telling police she believed the mother was in Texas. I'm just a little uncomfortable thinking that my student and her sisters are home alone while their mother is out of state, the teacher can be heard saying in the 911 call. When police went to the apartment, which they described as being in shambles, found the children home alone. The home was reportedly covered with trash and an unknown liquid covering the floor. Oh, Lord have mercy. Causing one of the 7-year-old girls to fall in front of the responding officers, which we haven't blurred out, but we'll show you that video. Police were able to locate Knowles' mother and place the kids in care of their grandmother. The grandmother told police that her daughter was not out of state and was with a friend who had been hospitalized. Westlake Chief Prosecuting Attorney Michael P. Maloney told Shaker Heights, Ohio, CBS affiliate WOIO, that while away, Knowles rarely contacted her children. Mom wasn't really checking in. Remote work is one thing, remote mothering is another. That's pretty cold. But the mom wasn't even checking in, according to him. The prosecutor also noted that Knowles was not being honest with her own mother as to the whereabouts after police used Knowles' cell phone to track her location to Florida. So here's the thing. So somebody said she was out chasing dick, so she was lying. That's probably what she was doing. And here's the thing about chasing dick and lying and abandoning your kids. It's going to end up leading to you having more kids that you don't give a shit about. Even getting this plastic surgery, this liposuction, so you can look better and attract more men, it's going to lead to you having more kids that you don't give a shit about. Isn't that crazy? Allegedly, that was what the friend was doing. But how do we know since she's lying to everybody? Here's the even crazier part. The children are now in the custody of the grandmother, which means that the grandmother clearly would have babysitted the kids if you didn't lie about it and went where you needed to go and just told her where you actually needed to go instead of lying about it. They quote, she lied, Maloney told the station. They showed her leaving Hopkins Airport on the evening in question, timed the phone call showing the mom at the airport in Miami in about a 2-hour time frame, which of course is about the flight time from Cleveland to Miami. And when mom was confronted with that, she changed her story and said something about having to be in Miami because her friend needed liposuction. So I think whoever said that she was there to get some penis is absolutely right. When police made contact with Knowles, she told police officers her kids are allowed to be here by themselves. Can't be that level of dumb. Not when you have 2 special needs kids, the arresting officer responded. No kids shouldn't be a parent. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let's go. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. If y'all think this mother and people like her are disgusting, and especially people who make excuses for people like this are disgusting, I need y'all to leave a comment in the comment section, and please let me know what you guys think about that. But if y'all would do me a favor and share this video, we want this type of thing to go viral, because I am absolutely tired of seeing people have kids, abandon them, and just misuse them. Tired of seeing that happen. All right, here we go. Watch this.
This 32-year-old Westlake mom put her children in danger when she left them home alone and without a phone. The mom would check in with FaceTime via a laptop or monitor them from the home's security cameras.
Police department.
Yeah.
Hi. Are you okay?
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for a concerned teacher, police may have never known these kids were alone.
She kind of reported to her teacher that she talked to mom on the camera last night, and that mom ordered them Uber Eats and left it at the door.
Police say the apartment was filthy and there was liquid spilled all over the floor. While officers were there, one of the twin girls slipped and fell.
Oh goodness. Are you okay?
Westlake prosecuting attorney Michael Maloney was horrified when he got the case.
Remote work's one thing, remote mom is another.
Eventually, police tracked down the grandmother.
Do they always stay here like this?
No, my daughter, her friend was in the hospital.
And the grandmother wasn't alerted by the daughter that she was going to be going out of town, leaving the kids alone?
No, it was worse. Mom lied to her mother. There were adults that were available to help out.
The mom, Dominique Knowles, was out of state. She took her 8-month-old son with her, but left her 3 other kids at home. Police were able to prove she spent 2 nights in Miami.
She lied. We have pretty good technology and pretty trained detectives. They showed her leaving Hopkins Airport, timed the calls showing mom at an airport in Miami, and when mom was confronted with that, she changed her story and said something about having to be in Miami because her friend needed liposuction surgery.
Police arrested Knowles and charged her with child endangerment.
Announce yourself, Dominique.
There was a patio door that was unlocked when the officers were there. Every teacher and counselor at the school said there is no question these girls would have wandered off.
Turning out to a shocking story that even had police wondering what was she thinking.
A mom leaving her children home alone while she took a trip down here to South Florida for cosmetic surgery. Lauren Livingston is right here with us with more.
3 days. That's how long these 3 children were left home alone without even a phone to use. And police say their mom was more than 1,000 miles away and then lied about where she was and what she was doing. Ohio police say this 32-year-old mom put her kids in danger when she left them home alone for 3 days while she took a trip to Florida for a liposuction. Officers say Dominique Knowles would check in via FaceTime or monitor them from the home's security cameras.
Police department.
Yeah.
Hi. Are you okay?
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for a concerned teacher, police may have never known a 4th grader and her 2 7-year-old twin sisters with special needs were home alone.
She kind of reported to her teacher that she talked to mom on the camera last night, and that mom ordered them Uber Eats and left it at the door.
Police say the apartment was filthy. There was liquid all over the floor. Officers were there when one of the twins slipped and fell.
Oh goodness. Are you okay?
Prosecutor Michael Maloney was horrified when he got the case.
Remote work's one thing, remote mom is another.
Police tracked down the grandmother.
Do they always stay here like this?
No, my daughter, her friend was in the hospital.
She says she wasn't even aware her daughter had gone out of town.
No, it was worse. Mom lied to her mother. There were adults that were available to help out.
Detectives say Knowles took her 8-month-old son with her, but left her 3 other children at home near Cleveland. She allegedly denied leaving the state, but police were able to prove she spent 2 nights down here in Miami.
She lied. We have pretty good technology and pretty trained detectives. They showed her leaving Hopkins Airport, timed the calls showing mom at an airport in Miami. And when mom was confronted with that, she changed her story and said something about having to be in Miami because her friend needed liposuction surgery.
Knowles was arrested and charged with child endangerment.
Announce yourself, Dominique.
There was a patio door that was unlocked when the officers were there. Every teacher and counselor at the school said there is no question these girls would have wandered off.
Wow, this all happened back in February, but the details are just now surfacing because Knowles was found guilty for child endangerment. Today, she avoided jail time, though, and instead was ordered to serve 360 days of house arrest, 5 years of probation, plus fines and mandatory counseling. Christy.
I know a lot of you guys have said a lot of poignant things in the chat, but I'm going to read the last thing that I saw here, and shout out to you and say it. She was helping her friend, but what about helping her children? Where do they do this? And what if the children got hurt? And here's what's funny. Well, not funny. And kudos to the teacher. I mean, they're mandated reporters. Like, they have to tell if they find out. But one of the kids actually fell, and you could hear the crash and fall on camera. She abandoned her kids, and I think that she was doing it for some, like Tommy said. No, I'm not going to use Tommy's thing. Shout out to Tommy, though. I'm not going to steal that from him. I'm not going to even borrow it because it's a very poignant thing that he says. But I'll say this. This woman was literally going out to produce more children, which is what got her in the situation that she's in now, having a bunch of kids that she don't give a damn about. And I think that she got off way too light. And it's a slap on the wrist. I think she should have got prison time. She's not going to learn. Lied to her mom. Lied. Yeah, see, I wasn't going to steal it. Shout out to Tommy, by the way, because that's my brother always. But nonetheless, y'all do me a favor and leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about this story. Do y'all think she got off too light? Because I think she did. I think this type of thing needs punishment, harsh punishment, and she should never have access to her kids again. But I digress. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for listening to the AFC podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.